Hello, I'm reading Evie, and today I'm going to talk about The Dream Hunter by Sherrilyn Kenyon. It's the first novel in the Dream Hunter world. However, several in the Dark Hunter world. So. Where is it? Condemned by the gods to live eternity without emotions, Eriko's... Sorry if I mispronounce anything also. I have a feeling that will happen a lot. Eriko's can feel when he's in the dream of others. For thousands of years, he's drifted through the human unconscious, searching for sensation. Now he's finally found a dreamer whose vivid mind can fill his emptiness. There are champions who fight to protect the dreamer. Dr. Megeara Kafieri? Watched her father ruin himself and his reputation as he searched to prove Atlantis was real. Her deathbed promise to him to salvage his reputation has now brought her to Greece, where she now intends to prove once and for all that the fabled island is right where her father said it was. Instead, she finds a stranger floating in the sea, one whose face she's seen many times in her dreams. And there are demons who prey on them. What she doesn't know is that Arik holds more than the ancient secrets that can help her find the mythical Isle of Atlantis. He has made a pact with the god Hades. In exchange for 2 weeks as a mortal man, he must return to Olympus with a human soul, Megeara's. Gary compared Thea to Simi, basically. Thea was... No, not her cousin, I don't think. I think it was just a friend. I don't know why she was there. Maybe a friend's girlfriend? Yeah, whatever. Compared Thea to Simi. She said she was dressed up as a shopping loving demon or something like that. I was like, huh. Arik made a deal with Hades. Oh, yeah, well, I forgot what's in the plot. Made a deal to live as a human for 2 weeks, but he used Gary's soul as the bargaining chip. It's weird, the boat they're on is called Simi. It wouldn't be the author plugging in names. Arik promised her that he could get the permit she needed to excavate Atlantis. Excavate Atlantis. How? Oh, Solon. That's how. Solon is somebody who made him turn into a Scoti, which is basically the dreamers who are hooked on feeling stuff. So, they're the uncontrollable, basically. Which I think I made a note of that later. Oh well. Atlantis sent over a servant, Cat, to block Gary's progress. Gary, I think is actually how it's pronounced, but all. To finding Atlantis, she also worked with Gary's father. Apparently, Gary is sensitive and subjective to the voice of gods. That's convenient. Arik is very creepy. He somehow got his powers back, I'm guessing maybe just in a dream, but who knows. Lynn was saying he didn't have the serum to keep her asleep longer, and that if she wakes and leaves, he'll kill her. But there was like, I can't kill the woman I craved. Toxic. And this time it did not go into the, like, so toxic that it was lovable for, like, book talk, or book men, whatever they're called. I was like, oh, I did not like Arik. What is up with the hip bone during sets being mentioned in every book? Now, maybe I'm calling myself out here, but it seems like they are obsessed with the hip bone. Like, nipping at it and everything. Like, what is happening? The Dalaphani, children of Furies, assassins of gods, has come to kill Arik. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. Gary snowed them in. You know what? I like Gary better. Gary snowed them in, and then made them disappear. Apparently, she isn't supposed to be able to control her dreams that way, as she's human. Suspicious. It might be like the same reason she's sensitive and subjective to gods, though. I know as a human, I cannot control my dreams. Etsy workbench says he can, but I cannot. Gary woke up and said that she had a dream-free sleep. Odd. While Gary, Arik, and Kat and Scott were down on the dive for Atlantis, someone blew up their boat. It sounds like it was Solon at first, but apparently he just didn't try to stop it. He was like, whatever. I'm immortal, I don't care. Thankfully, everyone got out alive, even Kat, the animal, which was Kitchkin, I think is her name. I feel like I mentioned it later. Yeah, all of a sudden there was a cat. I don't know why, but okay. But everyone was safe. Artemis is the one who blew it up, and Solon saved them all, actually. Because they were getting too close to Atlantis. Artemis apparently is Kat's mother. Interesting. Oh, and she did remember her dream now with the Dolphani after seeing them again. So, yeah, I thought it was a little weird. She said she didn't dream, but I guess it was just a little different. Or she didn't remember it. There's a person older than Acheron. I'm shook it. His name is Zebulon, and he's 27,542 years old. Or young, I should say. Gary and Arik went on a date. Unfortunately, it ended with the Dolphani coming back to try and kill Arik, and Gary finding out he's a god. A god who knew where Atlantis is and that it's real. She fell in love real quick. Gary puts her necklace under her tongue when the rest of the Dolphani came after them, and it let Apollomy possess her for a bit until Arik removed the necklace. Okay, I googled how to pronounce this, but I unfortunately cannot remember. Onoroy. I think it was Onoroy. It's Oneroi. Are the regular dreamwalkers. Scotty are dreamwalkers obsessed with feelings, like a drug addict, basically. The uncontrollables, they're called, as I said earlier. So that's what he is now. That person named Solon turned him into, basically. Gary is planning on making a deal with Apollomy to save Arik. Oh no. Thankfully that part never happened. Madak. Whatever. How do you pronounce that? Came to Earth and told Gary about Arik's deal with Hades, or I should say the sacrifice of Gary part. She was not happy. Madak took Arik away to kill him. Kat was there and find out, and she admitted to knowing about everything. Gary's like, Kitchka is the cat's name. Is Kitchka an Egyptian goddess? Kat said, no, she's a cat. Stop being ridiculous. I think something like that, she said. Or stop being dramatic. It's like finding out everyone around you is a god. It tends to make somebody dramatic. Madoc did kill Arik. Oh no. Not Arik. The creep. Gary is in Hades' section, and Persephone was not happy that he wanted to bargain them to be apart. She threatened to have Eros, I think is what it is. Eros. She threatened to have him make Hades impotent. He immediately turned to Gary and said, take him. Get out. Get his ass out of here. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I can see how that would be a quick response. Gary brought Arik back to the living. He's human now. Yay. And then a month later, she's pregnant, and they're engaged. These people don't wait long. Usually, that was it. So she's already pregnant and engaged. What is this, 50 Shades of Grey and Twilight? Even Twilight was technically a little bit longer than a month. It's only because he left. Anyways. But that was the Dream Hunter. Arik, creepy. Megeara, I liked her. I read like a couple of reviews, unfortunately. No, but they said something about like she was whiny and stuff. I was like, I don't see how she was whiny. she was understandably hysterical after certain parts. Whereas I would be too. You know, finding out somebody's God, it's like, what? Carnation lies. It's like, But yeah, I don't think she was whiny. And some said that she, like, had no personality, which I disagree with. And that she kind of went back and forth, which is true, but, I mean, what human doesn't? Because at first she was dead set on her father being wrong about Atlantis. And then she finds something after he dies, and I do have to agree, without getting it checked out, she was like, oh, this must be from, I think, Atlantis, she said. Or this must be from somewhere. And immediately changes everything. It's like, okay. But, you know, whatever. Ow, I bit my lip. I don't know, that's really all I could say about the characters. No. Let me know what you thought of The Dream Hunters by Sherrilyn Kenyon. Also, I did the math. I didn't do the math. I looked at my list. I have 18 more books of the Sherrilyn Kenyon series. As far as I know. Unless there's more that I don't know about. Oh, I did forget to mention that this was taking place in 1996. And at that point, Kieran was not married and Nick was just a squire. So it ended a bit weird. I don't know. I don't know if that's when Ash, like, marked him or something, or whatever it's called. Because it said, as a god of fate, he knew that somehow he just set something in motion, and knowing his luck, it was most likely something he shouldn't have. That was from Ashron. But I don't see anything where he's like, oh, you're dead. Or anything like that. The only closest thing I see is Kieran saying that you're gonna, as he's talking to Nick, he said, you're the one who's gonna be the death of her one day, talking about his mother, which, if you knew Nick, yeah, more than likely. And then Ash said, not bloody likely, I'd be the death of her before Nick would. That kid lives, breathes, and dies for that woman. Maybe that's what the line is, but I don't know. I was a little confused by this chapter. Almost a paragraph. Because I thought he marked him, or whatever it's called, after he found out that Nick slept with Simi. Which I still find weird. So I don't know. I guess I'll find out maybe, hopefully in the next book. Or probably not, but maybe the next Dream Hunter book. But right now I'm on Devil May Cry, which is about sin. And I have no idea. Artemis? Sin and Artemis? That's weird. It's usually about a dark hunter falling in love with a woman. Oh, wait. Oh. Enemies? No. What is the other name? The only other name I'm seeing is Artemis, but that's weird. Okay, whatever. I guess it's about Sin and Artemis. Okay, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know if I'll find any answers on that one. And I don't remember what the next Dream Hunter book is. So, I will have to check that out. In the meantime, let me know what you thought. Bye!